Today, Disney gave us a sneak peek into everything coming to the Disneyland Resort in the year 2026. From new shows and experiences like Bluey to returning events like the Food and Wine Festival. Let's break it down. Everything coming to Disneyland next year. And we're going to start with the one that obviously sticks out the most obvious change to this calendar. Everything else is pretty standard, but Bluey is coming to Disneyland in 2026. We had heard, there were rumors of that Bluey was going to be coming to the park. We all thought maybe they were going to put it in the theater over their DCA, the Disney Junior Theater. That did not happen. Bluey is coming to Disneyland, and it's coming to the Fantasyland Theater, which is obvious. If you look at the concept art for this Bluey event, very clearly, that is the Fantasyland Theater. Bluey and Bingo right there on stage, and that's the band. Okay, so you guys might remember we talked about there was a casting call, and when we heard about that casting call, we thought, okay, that's going to the Fantasyland Theater. Then we thought, well, maybe it's Golden Horseshoe because it was a band and everything. No, this is definitely, it is the Fantasyland Theater. It is for this Bluey show. You can see all kinds of band members up there and all the instruments that were listed in that casting call. This is definitely that. So Bluey and Bingo coming, let's see, it's coming to the Fantasyland Theater on March 22nd. It's going to go the holidays right now. We're going through the holidays right now, the Santa meet and greet. Then it's going to be Celebrate Gospel after that. And then when Celebrate Gospel is going to end, in about 2 weeks after that, you'll see the beginning of Bluey, March 22nd. And according to the update, it's going to be for the rest of the year, probably right up until the next holiday, until the 2026 holiday season, November 18th. We're going to talk about that in a little bit also because they gave us some dates for that. Stay tuned. But this is a big deal. Bluey is great. I love Bluey. I'm very happy to see Bluey here. Let's see what is on their schedule. Obviously, it says Bluey and her sister Bingo. Okay, from entertaining live musical show moments that seamlessly segue into iconic games like Keepy Uppy, to interactive adventures and life-size Gnome Village and Fairy Garden. First of all, live show elements that suggest this is going to be a lot like that Pixar Fest deal that they had down there at the Fantasyland Theater last year and before that, I think, where it's going to be ongoing, like while the show is open, while that Fantasyland Theater experience is open, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. or something like that, maybe a little later. It'll be ongoing. There's always going to be games or character meet and greets or something like that happening, namely Bluey and Bingo. But throughout that period, pop-up show events will happen, live show events where they'll do a little number on the stage. This is not going to be a production like Mickey and the Magical Map where it was one big set piece, one theatrical experience, a 20 or 30 minute experience. I can't remember how long it was, for 20 minutes probably. It's not going to be like that where the show pops up and then an hour, then it goes down. And then, they are on a calendar, like an hourly calendar. This is just sort of seamless. And they say it segues into the gameplay. So they're just, people will be running around playing and then all of a sudden Bluey and Bingo will come out and they'll do a little bit on the stage. And then that action, that experience will blend into what's happening down in the ground below. Again, this is very much like the Pixar Fest where they'll have that stage element up there, but the kids will be able to play down there below. And second of all, they're using that term, I think, the Gnome Village and Fairy Garden quite loosely, I would say, because if you've been to Pixar Fest or the holiday events now, they're just sort of photo ops. They're backgrounds upon which you can take a photo. They're not super deeply themed areas where you get immersed into the experience. So don't expect a lot of production value on that. I'm grateful and I'm happy that they're bringing Bluey to the Fantasyland Theater. I'm grateful that they're putting something there for guests to enjoy, but it's not a magical map type experience. This is going to be very much a low budget. Forgive me for saying so. A low budget experience. I think that. Again, it's sort of a temporary. This is not the kind of thing. Hopefully they bring it back after in 2027, but I don't feel like that's a possibility. I feel like this is just like Pixar Fest was. By the way, that didn't go over very well. Pixar Fest didn't. I might as well throw that in here. They tried it twice, didn't go over very well, and so for that reason, I'm kind of worried about the future prospects for Bluey. They need if they want this to be something that sticks around, unless this is what they want, unless they want these temporary pop-up experiences, if they want this to stick around, they need to do a full production like Mickey and the Magical Map. They probably won't, because one of the reasons why those shows don't happen anymore is because talent. It was very difficult, to keep talent happy, to pay them what Disney was willing to pay them, because talent generally requires more than what Disney's willing to pay. There was constant issues with call-outs. They were just no-shows, and so you couldn't do a production if maybe they had two or three, rotations of cast. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I just know that was something that I've heard on a regular basis, is that there was a constant issue with talent showing up. I feel like this is a little bit easier for them to maintain. It's not great for us, but it's better for Disney. We'll see. So that's Bluey. That's the big, observable thing that we can see on the calendar for 2026. The other one you can see on May 22nd, the Millennium Falcon. Finally, we're getting another show for Smugglers Run. Star Wars Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run over there in Galaxy's Edge. It's had the same damn show since that place opened up. We were promised multiple shows. We were promised multiple experiences for Smuggler Run. They were talking about how this technology, this screen-based projection type technology, made it possible. They could just flip shows in and out. They could just take one out and put one in, and it was an ongoing type of rotational experience. You never knew what you were going to get. Sounds great, except they never did it. We got one show. One. So finally, we're going to get the Mandalorian and Grogu themed show at Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. And that's going to start on May 22nd. Now, within that, here's an interesting twist. This is something I didn't notice the first time I looked at this breakdown. The crew will be able to choose which destination they go to. There are several. I've seen Bespin on there, the second Death Star wreckage, Coruscant, that looks like Tatooine. It's probably, there's supposed to be 5 or so different locations that you can go to. So within the Star Wars, within the Mandalorian and Grogu experience, there are going to be different destinations that you can choose. That's how it should be done. And even better that the guests can choose it, because what you want is for people, you want replayability. Right? If you're going to treat this like a video game, which they have, instead of just making it a ride, a dark ride or something like that, if you're going to treat it like that, then you need to give people a reason to come back and re-experience it. If you're just going to project something, it has to change. It has to change. And you want to be able to have people say, have you seen this one? Have you seen that one? What about that guy? This is the best show. That's the worst show. So it looks like we're getting something like that with this Mandalorian and Grogu experience at Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. According to the announcement that they did a while back, they're going to make the engineer job a little bit more interesting. The engineer is going to be able to communicate with Grogu. That's awesome. Give them something else to do. Okay, so that date is May 22nd, in time for the movie. This is going to be synchronous with the film, which is great, and we need that for sure. And I have a feeling that this could kind of save Smugglers Run, because the popularity of this attraction is waning. It's up and down. There are days when it's super busy, but I feel like that may have more to do with their ability to, capacity, whether or not they have all the pods working. But there are days when it's just absolutely dead. It's the deadest attraction in the park. So, and it's a brilliant queue. I love the queue, and I love the pre-show. I love it. It's great. It's just the experience needs to alternate. You need to be able to collect it. So look out for that on May 22nd. And then the other notable item, the new addition coming this year, Soarin' Across America. That starts July 2nd. This might be the most anticipated one for me personally, because I just think I'm really looking forward to that. I'm over Soarin' around the world a little bit. Soarin' over California is great, but this idea of Soarin' Across America is just perfect, and it's perfect timing. Obviously, it's being done in sequence with America's 250th birthday. I forget what they call it. It's some bizarre, crazy name like the bicentennial, sesquicentennial. I don't know. 250 years, America's birthday. And so on July 2nd, 2 days prior to our actual birthday, July 4th, you'll start seeing Soarin' Across America in the parks. And I am super, super looking forward to this. I would love to have a reason for everybody to come together and just celebrate the fact that we live here in America. And it's pretty, it goes beyond everything. It goes, I know people want to talk about politics, the red and the blue and all that, but what they're going to show, what you're going to feel and what you're going to experience is beyond that. America's majesty. It's beautiful. I'm so looking forward to seeing, the fruited plains, and whatever name the lyrics from that song, right? I want to see that on camera, and I want people to feel what that's like. And so I'm really looking forward to that. So those are the 3 new things coming to Disneyland in 2026. Let's take a look. We'll start at the beginning of the year. We'll take a look at the overall calendar. Let's see. Okay, so obviously the 70th is still going. And they've confirmed that the 70th is going to go on through August 9th, which is later than I thought it was going to run. So the 70th is going to run through August 9th. So you're still going to see or have an opportunity to do all those interactive elements like with the key to Disneyland. Lunar New Year, coming back as always, great event. I love Lunar New Year. That's going from January 23rd through February 22nd. Expect me to eat everything. Expect me and Liz to eat everything and for me to drink everything. This is a smaller event, so I have a shot at possibly drinking everything at Lunar New Year. Celebrate Gospel is coming back February 20th and the 21st, and then the 27th and 28th, so that's just 4 dates, 2 weekends. The California Adventure Food and Wine Festival coming to the park on March 6th through April 27th. Like Lunar New Year and like Festival of Holidays, expect me and Liz to eat everything. Should be no problem. Although it's more food than we get for any other event, so that's a big show for us, and I can't wait. Food and Wine Festival is probably the most important thing that they do at DCA every year, maybe Oogie Boogie, but no, I'm a huge fan of Food and Wine Festival. So there's Bluey, March 22nd. That's going to come, like I said, right after Celebrate Gospel, because Celebrate Gospel happens in the same venue at the Fantasyland Theater. So that ends on February 28th. And then it looks like 3 weeks later, 3 weeks, will be Bluey. March, April, May, 2 months after that, exactly, will be the opening of Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run, right in time for the film Mandalorian and Grogu. Really looking forward to that. I love the trailer. The trailer looks fantastic. Soarin' Across America starts on July 2nd. They're going to be celebrating the 250th throughout the year. They don't really say it on here, which I'm kind of surprised. They don't mention that on here. And by the way, notice in May, no Season of the Force. Season of the Force is not on this calendar. They put it on the calendar last year. Keep an eye on that. Okay, Halloween time starts August 21st. Again, way too early for Halloween time, in my opinion. That's at least 2 weeks too early. Last year, it started August 22nd, so this is actually a day earlier, but that's just because of the calendar and the day. You guys know how that works. It's going to be whatever the last Friday is of the month, or second to last Friday. And then Plaza de la Familia, also on August 21st, but that runs through November 2nd. And then the holidays at Disneyland start November 18th. Now, that's interesting because that's 4 days later than this year. November 14th was the first day, and that was also a Friday. 15th. So are they starting this on a Monday? That's interesting. Are they starting this on a Monday? Well, you know what? Let's just find out. I'm going to go look at the calendar. Let's see. November 16th is, in fact, a Monday. Fascinating. The 22nd of August is... the 21st is a Friday. So the Halloween event is starting on a Friday, but Christmas is starting on the 16th, a Monday. If they were following the same thing that they did this year, it would have been November 13th. That's the same Friday that we would have started. Why are they doing that, I wonder? I don't think I like that. I mean, I like that for the sense, well, no, I don't think I like that. I think I would rather do it on a Friday. I don't know. I don't know why that is. So that's it. That's the whole year for 26. They've also got on here the After Dark calendar, which we did a video on that before. If you want, you can watch that. It's here on the same channel, Sweethearts Night. January and February, 70 Years of Favorites, 2 nights only. Is that right? 2 nights only, March 3rd and 5th. Disney Channel night, 3 nights for that in April. Star Wars night, more than, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? Just 4 nights? I feel like they did like a dozen nights last year. April 28th, 30th, May 4th, 6th. And not May 5th. Oh, no, May 4th. I'm sorry, May 5th. May 4th. May 4th is there. And then Pride Night, 2 nights, June 16, June 18, and then the whole calendar for Oogie Boogie Bash. Let's see. We're going to scroll down a little bit more. Continuing through August 9th, part of the 70th. I didn't mention this before. Wondrous Journeys is coming back. That's probably going to come back in January after the holidays. And Paint the Night is coming back. So they're going to run, I would imagine, Paint the Night all the way through August. I can't think, there's no point at which they would stop Paint the Night. So it's going to go from January through August, which is great. That's great, great news. And then, let's see, Mickey and Minnie Mouse in their 70th. So the 70th costumes are coming back in January. Right now they're in their Christmas, their holiday costumes. Let's see what else they've got on here. They mentioned D23. That starts on August 13th. Oh, no, sorry, that's D23 Day at Disneyland on August 13th. But, yeah, D23 is coming back in 26. Let's see, Halloween, August 22nd. Plaza Day, okay, we got that. Stay tuned for more exciting news about Star Wars experiences at Disneyland. So they're leaving it open for the possibility that Season of the Force might come back, it looks like. Right now, they only have Hyperspace Mountain for a limited time beginning April 28th, but that's right around, Season of the Force would be around Star Wars Day, May 4th. So it's possible that they just haven't finalized that schedule yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they did cut it, though. I mean, this is an event that they had many, many years ago when they transformed the Innoventions building into a Star Wars experience. There was a Season of Force there, a huge event. That went off to a huge beginning. People were just rope dropped the heck out of that thing. They brought it back the last couple of years, and it was okay. It was kind of like meh food and meh experiences. It wasn't really a super intricate, detailed experience. You went on the rides. You went on the Star Wars rides. You ate a Star Wars cheeseburger, and maybe we saw Luke Skywalker last year. That was the big thing. So I would hope, if they're going to do it, that they do it right. It's going to be right around the same time as this, as the Smugglers Run experience. So hopefully I'd be okay if they didn't bring it back. I'll just say that. I'd be okay. It's not like you're missing a huge Star Wars experience if they don't bring it back. But we are at least going to get Hyperspace Mountain for Star Wars Day at least. And that's it, guys. That's everything coming to Disneyland in 2026. We're going to cover all of that. Every single bit of that. We're going to eat everything. We're going to drink as much as we can. We're going to go to all those events. I'm going to go to Bluey. You can count on all that. I'm going to do it all. We're going to see Soarin. We're going to test Millennium Falcon. We're going to eat a Star Wars cheeseburger if they sell us one. I'd be okay if they didn't, but we're going to if they do. So stay tuned to FreshBaked on our main channel. This is just our sister channel, FreshBaked Presents. Our main channel, FreshBaked, link in the description. You can watch our full coverage of that. And we'll see you then, guys. Until then, thanks for watching. We love you. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. FreshBaked.